Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of your favorite local show, Splash of Florida, where we talk and debate about many different topics. Well, tonight we are going to cover an important topic for my student friends. How important is it to be on a budget when you are studying away from your home? Well, to talk and discuss more about this, I have called upon students from Central Florida's very own Full Sail University. And before we start this episode, let's introduce our guests. We have Luke McDonald from Arkansas, Sandy Gupta from India, and Jamie from Puerto Rico. Welcome guys, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Please, have a seat. Alright, so, first of all, thank you guys for taking time out of that intense Full Sail schedule. We all know how crazy it gets. So, before we start the show, let me tell you, what are we going to cover tonight? We're going to cover how to balance a student life while staying in budget, right? So first thing first, I know how important it is for a student to get entertainment on a regular basis. And we have a perfect segment keeping that in mind. Let's check that out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our weekly entertainment take here on the Splash of Florida. This week we searched the Central Florida area for spots that give you the most bang for your buck. First up, the Picture Show at Altamont Springs. Located right off of Altamont Drive at the Altamont Marketplace, the Picture Show is a fantastic place to come enjoy some of the latest movies at the lowest prices around. Movie theaters aren't nearly as popular as they were back in the day, and many blame the rising ticket prices. But at the Picture Show, it's different. With tickets priced at just $1.75, you can bring the whole family to enjoy a movie at less than the price of a normal theater ticket. Two of the theater's employees, Andrea and Blair, gave us some insight on how the lower price benefits their customers and themselves.
It's pretty cheap, so it gives more people the chance to go out with their families and friends and things like that.
I love watching movies, and I used to spend a lot of money watching movies at like bigger theaters where obviously it's a bigger price tag. And of course, when you come here and you have a really big family, it's not going to add up to a really big price. You're just paying $175 per ticket. So.
A lot of theaters today have large, fancy buildings with hundreds of employees, and you notice that in the price and customer service. But the Picture Show's more intimate setting allows the customer to feel more comfortable in a friendly environment full of movie lovers like you.
Well, we are basically a big Picture Show family, and when you come in, it's just a great experience of getting to know people that are actually in it for the theater. And I love movies, and I love talking to people about movies, and when they come up to me and they're like, oh, I don't know what to watch, and I'm like, I can help you out. So it's just a great experience, yeah.
Everybody here is genuinely nice, like they actually care about you. It's more family than workers.
On top of it all, the Picture Show also is stocked with all the addicting concession stand items we all love, from the tubs of popcorn to the dollar hot dogs and your favorite candies. I also can't help but mention the arcade that all can enjoy while they wait for their movie to start. Overall, the Picture Show at Altamont Springs is a great experience at an amazing value, and that's something we all can agree on.
I think it's a great experience. It's cheap, it's fun, and we have good movies.
It's a dollar theater, and you're getting that great movie experience at a really low price, and it's just an amazing place to come to and have some fun and like spend some time watching movies.
The next spot on our list takes us to a very familiar place to viewers of A Splash of Florida. We're heading back to Tencaries. To all of our new viewers, Tencaries is a small bar located in the heart of Orlando. The place is filled with charm, from the Christmas lights that line the place to the nightly live music, most of which has free admission. Tencaries plays host to the subject of our new segment, Artist Spotlight, where we take a small local artist and give them their time in the spotlight. Our artist this week is Ancient Sun, a local band grown in the heart of Florida. We caught up with the band right before one of their weekly Sunday night shows at Tencaries, so they could tell us a little more about themselves, their future, and some of the ups and downs of the local music industry.
We are Ancient Sun.
I'm Tom Shea.
I'm Rick Krasowski.
Jason Zane. I'm Basurul Romari.
It started about 7 years ago, and we've been playing ever since. It started basically when I stopped playing music for a while, and I wanted to get it back going again, and decided to start up a band, and found awesome dudes to play with me, and now Now we're rocking. We have been playing here at Tanqueray's for over 5 years. Yeah, they've been open for what, 26 years? Yeah, and we've been here for about 5 years.
The biggest struggle is doing this full time, and professionally, to be honest.
Yeah, every month we never really know. I mean, we basically book gigs, and we're not sure if we're going to be able to pay our bills at the end of the month. You know, we never know what it's going to be. It's probably one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. It's a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and it's what we do and we love doing it. So, right now we're working on recording and writing new songs for our next original album. Our last album came out 2 years. It's called In the Fold, and hopefully we're going to try to put out a bunch of new original songs in the next probably 6 months to a year. So hopefully by the end of the year is my goal. Basically, the best thing for us to do is get our face and our music in front of a lot more people. So if we could get on a better tour and get outside of Florida and have a bigger following, that would definitely help. If you like what we do, check us out online, ancientsunband.com, and you can come to Tanqueray's and see us play every Sunday night. Follow us around. Hopefully you guys dig the music.
Be sure to keep up with all things Ancient Sun at all of their websites. That's all we got here on this week's Entertainment Take. Next week, we're heading south to Miami to check out the entertainment scene of one of Florida's most visited locations. For now, it's back to the show.
Well, that was good. So, what do you guys think about it?
I think it's amazing, especially not only for the fun of it, because we do, as students, we need to have fun and go out, and we're always on a budget, but also for full-sail students, that's what we do. We do entertainment. So we do need to go and watch movies, and we do need to go and watch concerts because we need to study them and be around it because that's our industry. So it's really, really good that we're able to do that even when we're in college and in a budget.
Yes, definitely. And like these places, you can go and watch movies and for like a really low budget, so it doesn't put a hole in your pocket too, and you're able to enjoy it. And then they don't show latest releases, but then too, like the movies that are old and have already been seen, those are like to go them and see them. It's just amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I do understand how important it is for film students to cope up with the films. Like, they might be following them for so long, and they are afraid of spoilers. So for me, it's like I understand it's okay to go once for a while, like in the theaters at a regular prices, and do watch the movies.
Yes.
But how often do you get those movies? Like, it's what, like once every 3 months, 4 months? So that is fine. But for more towards like study part, where you want to study how people used to make old movies, the fundamentals, the basics, before the technology took over everything, before the digital world came in, I think that place is a good option. Like for me, especially me, I would like to watch those old movies, how they used to make it.
Of course.
Because I come from different part of the world where the industry is different, the filmmaking process is different.
Yes.
As I said, like the basics still stay the same. So I do want to see how people used to make movies here, because I've grown up watching movies from different country.
Yes.
So that's a really good place. And sometimes people don't watch movies just because they don't want to spend that amount of money.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good point. And the live concert.
Oh, definitely.
That was good.
That just takes you some other place. Yeah, it's good.
Really good to have like sitting there and watching them play, just soak up in the ambience.
Yes.
And also supporting local musicians is always
true.
always important.
Yeah. As a part of a community, you do want to do that. And these guys were playing there for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very, very good.
Well, another aspect of student life that many struggle is to relax. Especially full-time students. I don't know why like they don't give importance to that part, but for me it's super important.
Yeah.
So we have Jake in the studio, and he's our segment producer for that. Over to you, Jake.
If you're looking for some relaxation and escape from the day-to-day grind, here's some places in Central Florida for you to explore. If you are in need of some place to go for relaxation and escape college life that is free, Central Florida has several parks and trails. Our first stop is Black Hammock, located at Lake Jessup. At Black Hammock is the Lazy Gator Bar, whose theme revolves around gators. From the live gators that are present, the statue, and the specialized delicacies, you can order on the terrace lakeside. You can partake in airboat rides and finish the time talking with one of their rescue parrots. Just a few miles west of Black Hammock on Lake Jessup, there's a trail near Soldier Creek Park. Here, you can walk, bike, or run through the beautiful nature of Florida. There are many different plants in the area for those of you interested in botany. For those of you interested in hiking, the trail spans quite a ways, giving you a good place to bike, run, or walk. Make sure to bring sunscreen, water, and bug spray. Make sure to stay hydrated, as Florida summers can easily exceed 100 degrees. Be sure to enjoy the natural beauty and take some photos. Just 30 minutes south of Lake Jessup in Winter Park, Florida, the Mead Botanical Garden is a great place to view wildlife and plant life. The Mead Botanical Garden also has an amphitheater for those of you who are interested in music. Near the Botanical Garden, there's a trail called William Bartman Trail. In 1774, naturalist William Bartram, Puck Puggy to the Native Americans, found native species and brought renown to Florida. This trail also has a pond called Alice's Pond, where you can see all different types of wildlife. About an hour east of Central Florida is the popular and beautiful Cocoa Beach. At Cocoa Beach, you can enjoy some drinks on the sand while watching the sunrise or sunset over the horizon. Go surfing, go fishing, swim, or relax on the beach. Cocoa Beach has something for everyone.
Wow, guys, okay, wake up. Wake up, right.
Oh,
Ooh, relax.
yeah, that was
relaxing. That was-
relaxing. Yeah.
That was really good, right? So, I mean, like, it says everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys feel? Apart from, like, relax.
I mean, I know I come from a place where people say that there's nothing to do ever. So I think it's important to have those places and to find those opportunities that is cheap relaxation, to be able to go out and just, chill. And,
Right.
And like the beach, it's the best place to be. Just go on the beach, relax, and get yourself together. Botanical gardens and stuff like. I love hiking, so it's a
Right.
good place to go.
Well, talking about Botanical Garden, Mead is my favorite place to go. I'll take my hammock, I'll hang it on the trees, and I'll just stay there for like 2 hours. Me and my buddy, he's a cam up right now.
Yeah.
We'll just go there and just have fun. So every time when we come back from that feeling, we always bring in new creativity, we bring in new ideas.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, it's exciting to see how after that you just go through a change and you're like, oh, I never thought of this, because
Yeah.
you never gave your mind a space to think about it, right? So I feel like this segment was important.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
students do understand how important it is to take a break and go out and spend some time with yourself and understand where you land. That was
Especially
really
since,
good.
we're always like on set and on like inside the buildings and stuff. It's always good to go outside and just
Yeah, it's always good to be a part of nature.
Yes.
The beach. You're from Puerto Rico, so the beaches are not like it's a usual thing.
They're actually really beautiful here too.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite places to go to because it's very close to home to me. I go over there and it feels a little better. I'm less homesick because it feels like I'm just there with my friends and all that. It's always good to go and just sit on the sand, relax, and yeah, it's very, very nice.
That's awesome. So of course, when you go away from your home, that means we're gonna drive. So for people who likes to drive, who likes to go on a long drive, spend time just driving, we have another segment where we cover the attractions on our very own international drive. It's like about 40 minutes away from here. So let's see what the iDrive has to offer.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Everyone knows the high-end Orlando attractions like Universal or Disney, but some overlook another little gem of the city, International Drive. Today, we'll be taking a look at some of the things to do in the area, with our first stop being the iDrive 360 complex. First thing to note is free parking.
I've always known about iDrive. I always come down here. I've always been here on vacation and everything like that. So going up and down iDrive was just always been kind of part of the norm for me. So I love it.
Inside the main lobby of the complex are the center's 3 signature attractions, Madame Tussauds, the Sea Life Aquarium, and the Orlando Eye, with the center offering varying admission deals for all 3 attractions. Madame Tussauds is a museum famous for their excruciating attention to detail and their striking wax recreations of celebrities, characters, and athletes. With the amount of tourism in the Orlando area, it's no wonder the London-based attraction decided to open one right in the heart of the city. The Sea Life Aquarium lets you get up close with seahorses, axolotls, sea turtles, jellyfish, sharks, stingrays, and more. The aquarium also hosts educational talks to allow guests to learn more about the aquarium's care for the animals and the animals themselves. Certainly saving the best for last, the Floridian cousin to its world-famous London counterpart, the 400-foot-tall Orlando Eye Ferris wheel shows off an incredible view of nearly all of the greater Orlando area.
Just to get an eye view of the Orlando, it is really fun.
What's the first thing you see as you pass from Universal? You see that giant, Ferris wheel.
The iDrive 360 complex offers tickets at a lower price when bought online and offers discounts when all 3 attractions are bundled together. The complex also offers ticket deals and shuttle service to the Legoland Florida Resort in Winter Haven. Opening this summer of 2018, the Star Flyer attraction will stand a whole 25 feet taller than the Orlando Eye and just 16 feet shorter than the tallest building in the area. The attraction will send guests spinning through the air up to 60 miles an hour. Tickets will cost riders $12 when the ride has its grand opening in June. Around the center are various other attractions, such as a museum of osteology featuring over 500 real animal skeletons. Food options in the area include Ben & Jerry's as well as the Sugar Factory, both known for their famous desserts, ice cream flavors, and sundaes, with the Sugar Factory going so far as to offer a full-service ice cream bar. Also in the complex is the Tin Roof Music Bar, featuring live music performances. Speaking of which, we spoke to a local about one of his favorite nighttime spots.
Keen's Bowling, that was a great time. You get a chance to bowl at a private area, and also to be able to look at the walls of all the celebrities that was been there. So I think that's a good place to go at nighttime.
That just about concludes our trip to the iDrive 360 complex. However, right down the road, we have Ripley's Believe It or Not. This leaning building contains a museum dedicated to some of the strangest true stories, artifacts, and illusions in the world, proving that real life is sometimes stranger than fiction. Just up the road from there, we have another architectural illusion, Wonderworks, a museum dedicated to science and the mind. Traveling over to our final destination, you'll pass the Titanic Artifact Museum, Zombie Outbreak Laser Tag, the Escape Game, where the goal is to find your way out of a room in a certain amount of time, and indoor skydiving. Our last stop is Fun Spot America, located right across I-4 from Universal Orlando. This little park is perfect for small thrills on a budget. The park features 4 different go-kart tracks named Conquest, Commander, Quad Helix, and Thrasher, as well as 3 roller coasters, including the only wooden roller coaster in Orlando. The park has a few upcharge attractions such as the Sky Coaster, however there are ticket packages that include them. Like the iDrive 360 attractions, admission for Fun Spot is cheaper when purchased online. A standard day's admission is $44.99, with the price at the gate being about $5 more. For the slightly higher price of $52.99, the mentioned Sky Coaster is included, as well as a few other perks. Thanks for coming along on our trip. This has been Artie Reville for Full Sail University. Back to you.
That was interesting.
That was interesting.
A lot of good stuff.
Yes.
So, I know every time you hear Orlando, the first thing comes in your mind is like theme parks.
Yes.
Universal, Disney's. But people do not usually focus on these small attractions, which are also important. Like, not everybody affords to go on those theme parks spending $160, $170 a day.
Yeah.
Well, pooh, it's not
Plus,
enough.
I don't have
160,
money.
170 plus.
Yeah.
Right. So, what do you guys feel about these attractions?
Oh, it's amazing because it's different from what usually people come here to see, and they're cheaper, and then they're all in like one place.
Right.
You can drive there
Right.
and like enjoy the
Right.
time to the drive and then enjoy that. So it's kind of nice.
Good.
Yeah, and it's really good to know about them because sometimes we don't have the money to go to the big attraction ones like Universal and Disney, and it's always good to have this other options, especially when like family comes to visit and all that. We have other stuff to do other than those big attractions that people talk about.
True.
Yeah.
So it's always really good to know about these things.
And especially when you are on theme parks, you have to like get like bind with their
Oh yeah.
rules and like food and everything. Everything is costly because they were trying to station in that theme park, so you don't have to go out.
Yeah.
And it's more of like a monopoly. Like, okay,
Yeah.
if you are here, you gotta spend this amount of money.
Yeah.
But when you are on the iDrive, you have food options, you have ice creams, you have sugar factory. I mean, come on.
You can even bring your own food.
Yeah.
Save even more money.
Yeah, right. It's so cool.
Or just get hyped up on sugar.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm sure Luke is a sugar thief and like sweet tooth. I
A
would say.
little bit, yeah. Small one.
So you don't mind sugar, right? Yeah, when I eat sugar, I get sugar rush, and then I keep running around like crazy. Like,
Fun
Yeah.
fact, I've never had a sugar rush.
You never.
Never.
well, that's
Don't
It's
even know what
good.
they are.
It's a good high.
fun. Talking about sugar, we're talking about a lot of carbs, a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
like calories.
Yeah.
So let's see what a student can do by cooking food at home, but still staying fit and healthy, and most important, in budget. So we have a segment for you guys where we focus on cooking healthy and eating healthy with Bustles. That's cooking on budget.
Welcome to Cooking with Bustles. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy and delicious meal that won't break your wallet or purse. I'll be making one of my favorite meals, baked French fries and tortilla pizza. Next time you're at the grocery store, you're gonna need to pick up a few items. You're gonna need some tortillas, some tomato paste, some chicken, some onions, some tomatoes, and don't forget the potato. All this is going to total about $17.50, but don't forget, you're going to make 5 different meals out of this. So going from $3.50 to $4 for a pizza and some fries, that's not so bad, right? All right, so now that we have our ingredients and we have them all laid out and ready to go, let's get started. I always like to start with whatever takes the longest, and in that case, it's our French fries. I have our potato all peeled up and ready to go. I have my pan out of the oven, which is preheated at 450. We're going to spray down our pan a little bit of oil and slice our potato up. Now don't worry, if you don't have a potato slicer to make French fries, you can always use a kitchen knife. It'll work just fine. We'll retop a couple sprays of oil, and it's good to go. All right, now it's time to get started on our tortilla pizza. What we want to do first is we want to take our chicken and get our onions that we chopped up and put it inside. All right. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to stick this in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes because I already have this pre-cooked chicken. Now that that's ready, we're going to get our skillet ready on top of our burner. We're going to have that on medium heat. We know our potatoes are in the our fries are in the oven for 25 minutes. Let's get out one of our tortillas. And now we're going to want to take a little bit of our tomato paste and spread it on top. I like to get the tomato paste almost to the edges to kind of simulate a crust, if you would. That way it's not all over the place. You can also pre-season your tomatoes, which I prefer to do. I like to throw a little bit of pepper on them, but you can always put whatever you'd like. We're going to get our tortilla in our skillet, get that warming up. Our chicken is just ready. Now we can add our ingredients. All right. Once you have your chicken on top, we're going to add our tomatoes. A little bit of cheese, mozzarella. And then we're going to cover and let it heat. What we're looking for here is for our cheese to melt, and then once we know our tortilla is ready, it'll start to curl from the pan slightly. All right. As you can see, our cheese has melted. We're ready to go. Our tortilla is starting to curl from the edge of the pan. We'll just help move it around here. Oh, our fries are done, just in time. Now I'm going to get my tortilla pizza on top of this plate here, and we're going to slice it up. I like to cut mine into 4s, but today I'm just going to eat it in one giant piece. So here you have it. You have your tortilla pizza and fries. Thank you for joining me. I hope you join us next time for Cooking with Bustles when we make the famous and delicious English muffin burgers.
I know.
Oh, that was delicious.
I know, right? We want it.
Baked fries, come on guys, you kidding? Tortilla pizza, like
Yeah.
I never thought.
No.
That was
Nope.
just Bustles all the way.
I know, right?
Right.
So
Yo, ask him to make it now. You'll pay.
Yo, when he made it, we crushed the whole pizza, and I was like,
yeah.
damn, that was
Yeah.
good.
I wish.
Like you have chicken on it, you have like almost zero fat.
You have cheese on it?
I mean, yeah, cheese.
Well, yeah.
No, it's not. It's not. It's healthy.
It's better.
Like the amount of cheese
made
that we
from
put it
milk.
on it, that's like zero in
It's
present
made
terms.
from milk, so it's healthy.
No, but it's better than you can control.
Right.
the
I mean,
cheese
yeah,
that goes into
it's on you whether you
Yeah.
want it or not. It's not mandatory.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure like if Bustles put cheese on his tortilla pizza, that means he has calculated how much
Yes.
amount of cheese it goes, because he's a pro. He's a health freak.
I know, right?
And whenever I have health issues, I would always go to him and was like, okay, can you have something for me? And he's like, oh, I have it. Eat this, eat this. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so good. It's really good to have someone who understands health part. And
Yeah.
he always says like for a student, for an active student, if you eat healthy, if you eat enough and healthy, that means it will keep your mind, body, and soul in balance.
Yeah.
So that's a really good point, and that's a really good tip for a student. That's it from me tonight, folks. Thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, you can always send us through email, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Unfortunately, I do not have time to do it, but someone will definitely take care of it. Thank you, Sandy, Jamie, and Luke for coming in tonight and
thank you for
spending time
having
with
us.
us.
Yeah.
And that was a really nice episode with you guys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
getting to know from student perspective.
For sure.
All right, so